Hello everyone, I've got so much good news to share, and in this video I want to talk about this specific good news that is for Nigerians. So if you're a Nigerian, you want to move abroad, there's this country that has recently opened up to Nigerians in particular. It was closed to Nigerians and they have now reopened to Nigerians, right? So this is amazing because I have a long list of people, that have talked to me personally that want to move down to this country, and I've just been waiting, until it's open to Nigerians. And yes, I have good news. It is open to Nigerians, so you can now migrate down to this country. So in this video, I want to talk about, the good news for Nigerians in particular, and the general good news for everybody actually, because this is a country that anyone can move to. So I'm going to be giving you some information about the visas that they've opened and different kinds of visas actually, so you may find at least one of them that you qualify for, and you can migrate down to this amazing country. So if you're just meeting, my name is Jackie and you're so welcome to my channel. So do subscribe if you want to be seeing information that will help you to relocate, whether you want to move to another country, to study, to work, to live. There is information for you on this channel, so do subscribe so you can be getting all these updates, and also turn on the post notification so you know every time I post a new video, so you can keep up with every information that is coming out. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I truly appreciate all the support. I've had a lot of subscribers in the last week, so if you just subscribe to my channel, do let me know in the comments so I could welcome you specially to the channel. And if you want to talk to me privately, maybe you just want to have a one-on-one discussion with me about your own situation, feel free to send me an email so we can talk about it, or you can also send me a DM on Instagram as well. So those are ways you can reach me actually if you want to have a one-on-one chat with me. Okay, so in this video, let's get to it, right? So this is an amazing country. It's one of the top countries, for tourists, for expats. It's really, really, a trending country right now, and it's one of my favorite countries. If you've been following my channel, you already know like the country I call my favorite country, right? And they've recently opened to Nigerians. So, and the country is Portugal. Okay, let's just get to it. Portugal has open to receiving visa applications from Nigerians. So back in 2022, I think in September, October, November, thereabout, they had closed their Abuja office, where they do receive visa applications. And since then, Nigerians have not been able to apply to move down to Portugal. And so many applications got stuck. Students that got admission wanted to move down to Portugal to start their studies, they got stuck. So many people got stuck. People that had applied for several visas, they have been stuck for so many months. So good news to everyone whose visa application has been stuck for all these months. It's now going to be reviewed and you'll be getting a decision on your visa application. And to all my subscribers that have been waiting to send in their applications, now it is time to send in your applications. They are now receiving applications at the Portuguese embassy in Abuja. The office is open, to visa applications on Tuesdays and Thursdays between the hours of 9:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, the Portuguese embassy in Abuja, Nigeria is open to receiving visa applications. So if you've been waiting to submit your visa application, now is the time to go back to your plan, all right? And someone may be wondering why Portugal. Portugal is not one of those countries people consider when they want to migrate. Talk about, UK, Canada, Australia, the US, and Portugal is not really that mentioned, but there is so much to Portugal that you need to know about. And I've done a video where I talked about, all the amazing benefits of being a resident of Portugal. I'm going to link it up here and in the description box below so you can get to watch that video to know more about Portugal. It's always good to keep an open mind when you're planning to relocate, because there are so many amazing countries out there that people don't really know. And I try my best to talk about these countries on my channel so people can get to know they have more options. And people have actually watched my videos about these countries they didn't know much about, and they have gone ahead to apply, and many of them have even moved down to these countries. So Portugal, let me talk about some good things I like about Portugal, right? So it's an EU country, right? It's in the European Union and it's also in the Schengen zone as well. and you can get your permanent residency in Portugal in 5 years. After 5 years of living legally in the country, regardless of how you came in, whether as a student or as a worker, as a dependent, whatever, as long as you've lived in the country for 5 years legally, you're eligible to apply for permanent residency and, of course, citizenship as well. And getting citizenship of Portugal, makes you an EU citizen. So you have access to all the countries in the EU. You can move there, live legally, work legally as an EU citizen. And another reason I love Portugal is that they give citizenship by birth. And they are like literally maybe the only country in the EU that does this, right? When you live in Portugal, when one of the parents have lived in Portugal for 1 year, right? Any baby, that they birth in the country automatically receives a Portuguese citizenship. So if you've lived in Portugal for 1 year, either mother or father, and you give birth to a child, that child becomes a Portuguese citizen, receives the Portuguese passport, receives the EU card, the child is an EU citizen and all of that. So that is really amazing. And there is no other country in the EU that does this. Another reason I love Portugal is the quality of life. Portugal offers a really good quality of life, and the cost of living as well is, a little bit less than what you get from other European countries in the region. Even though in recent times, within the last 2 years or thereabout, the cost of living has started to increase, and mostly housing costs. And this is because Portugal has attracted so many expats, so many foreigners are moving down to Portugal, making Portugal their new home. People from America, from China, from the UK, even from Canada, they pack up and move down. And this high population of expats coming into Portugal have made the housing cost to increase. So cost of living has started to increase in Portugal in recent times. Okay, so let me talk about the visas. There are many visas that you can use down to the country. One of them is the study route, right? So you can go into Portugal as a student, and the fees, in Portugal is quite reduced. You can school for 3,000 euros a year. So that is really good. So moving out to Portugal on the study route is also very affordable, something that you can do. And then apart from the study route, there's the digital nomad visa as well. So if you're a remote worker, you're a freelancer, you're not looking to work in Portugal. So let's say you work remotely, right? You're making money from outside of Portugal and you just want to live in Portugal because, of the good quality of life and all, then you can move down to Portugal on the digital nomad visa, right? I've done a video for that. You're going to see it up here as well. And then another visa quite close to the digital nomad visa is the D7 visa, but that one is for people that are retirees, people that are receiving pensions, and people that have a passive source of income. So if you have any passive income, like from retirement, from rental property, from investments, and all of that, then you can apply for the D7 visa. I also have a video about this. It's going to be up there as well. So you can get to see all the details, the financial implication, who can apply, eligibility criteria, and all of that for this D7 and the digital nomad visa as well, right? And for every of these pathways, right, after 5 years of living in Portugal, you get your permanent residency and citizenship as well. Like I said earlier, regardless of what pathway you use into Portugal, you're still on the pathway to get your permanent residency. And then we have other visas like the D2 visa that is for investors. So if you want to start a business in Portugal, there is a visa for you. If you want to move down to start a new job, there's a visa for you as well. So you can move down to Portugal to work actually. You can apply for jobs in Portugal. When you get a job offer, you move down to Portugal to start your new job. I know people, subscribers of mine have gotten jobs from outside Portugal and are now working and living in the country. And it's truly amazing. Portugal is a place you would definitely love to live. There is free healthcare, obviously, and free education as well for children between the ages of 4 to 18. So it's really amazing living in Portugal. So good news to everyone that has it in their plans to move down to Portugal. And if you've not had it in your plan before, you should really begin to consider it. So see the videos I've made about Portugal in the playlist up here and even in the description box below as well. And if you want to talk to me about your plans, you can send me an email and then we can talk about it, arrange your move down to Portugal. So if you found this video useful, do give it a thumbs up, that is a like, and also share it with others so people can know that Portugal is now open to Nigerians and of course everybody as well. So let me know what you think about this in the comments, and also let me know other countries you'd like to move to so I can make videos about these countries for you. So do subscribe to the channel if you've not done that already so you can be seeing more updates like this. All right, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jackie and I will see you in my next video.